fellow students and all will recognize assemblage right here as I see it, but I know there's various types of assemblage, but the way that Jim Franklin explained it to me,
Mm-hmm.
he's an Austin artist, was he called it the art of placement. You
Mm.
know that, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's a combination of just about everything, but everything that you see tells a little bit of a story. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, and it ranges from stuff that I found, stuff that I mainly found, but the rest of it is stuff that has either been given or I bought cheap, very cheap sometimes. But I seem to get off to that things that um, people give me, you know,
Mm.
or yeah, and it's some real cheap. This was my birthday right there, and I like turned it upside down, and there it is on display for Elizabeth, the lady that gave it to me forever, if she ever comes to see me. But yeah, collections. Oh my God, I have had to stop collecting. That's for sure. Buck Rogers and old, just stuff that kind of fancied us back then. But I managed to hang on to some of the things, and not everything, but some things.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the way it goes. But yeah, everything, even my workshop back behind you is just an assemblage display of my little tools and
And these are your paintings.
oh yeah, most of
Yeah.
them are this, that.
Mm-hmm.
This is a dear friend of mine, Maggie Polachek. She's not with us anymore, but
Mm-hmm.
she is to me.
Oh, she made the wall.
And of course, this is Janice before I really, but I like it better than the one that I really worked on for so long. Just things that I did real quick. I
Right.
like them better.
And the ones all along there, they're all yours as well?
Oh, all along there, yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
And-
I mean, I went through a heavy Indian phase, and I
Mhm.
did jewelry. I made the tools.
Mm.
Even my wristlets. They're all buck. They're buckskin.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow.
you
That's wonderful. I'm
stuff
gonna
like
go take a
this.
look at your paintings. These are fabulous.
Oh,
Look
thank
at
you.
that.
You really think so?
Yes,
Oh,
it's really
right.
beautiful.
I've got.
Wow.
Isn't this a Janice?
That's Janis Joplin, right?
Yeah.
Right.
There's a little
on.
Stevie Ray there.
Little Stevie.
You know,
sort of.
yeah,
It's
Stevie Nicks.
I would-
It's all of them, man.
Well, I
It's
would
the,
say it's a
archetypal
it's
rock
not
star.
very ghostly in a way, but I love
Mm-hmm.
both of them,
Right.
and I really got to know him back when I was younger and liked to go dancing.
Stevie Ray?
Yes, of course.
Oh, wow.
He was younger than us.
Sure.
But we immediately knew, at least my soul knew
Mm-hmm.
right away, that he's just gonna be incredible, and I couldn't hardly miss a day or a night, every Tuesday night.
Oh, where did he play every Tuesday night?
Every Tuesday night he played at Soap Creek Saloon, and I would rock my baby to sleep by 9 and be on the road, BK's out there and rocking that floor. Yeah.
That sounds
And
awesome.
I mean, from the first time that we ever heard him,
Yeah.
he was very young, 30. And we were very young. We were 20 some, and he was just barely 20 some, 20. But we were in my mid 20s, because I had a child by then. So I must have been 23, 24.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's see.
So where is your studio? You said you had a studio. Do you want to show me that?
No, this is
just
it.
the whole thing.
I work wherever I feel like it.
Gotcha.
And, you know.
Tell me about this painting. She's amazing.
Which one?
That one there.
Oh, yes, that was my girlfriend.
Oh,
named
wow.
Rico. She was amazing. And that's a kind of her over here, too.
Where?
That's,
That one. Oh, wow.
and then, yes, so she's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat.
Oh, that one too. My goodness. Wow.
Which one? That one right
Yeah,
there?
right there.
That's Roger Daltrey.
Wow.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Woodstock.
Beautiful.
And then another. Yeah.
You have definitely got an amazing talent here.
I haven't used it in a while because it's just I'm just so crowded in.
Well, you know, that you started to make these little ones because you felt crowded?
Well, yeah, well, you know, it just kind of happens sometimes that you start something
Yeah.
and the next thing you know, it leads into something else. But most, like that frames over here, I stopped using commercial frames and just started making my own frames.
Yeah.
Just as much a part of the art as anything.
Wow.
But yeah,
Good for you.
I've got 15 paintings coming back
Yeah?
because somebody had taken them.
Oh, and you got them back?
No, not yet.
Oh.
No, and the person won't answer the phone.
Wow.
I think they. So, many paintings, other paintings I have sold. I've got pictures somewhere, but it's just too much to go into.
Exactly, I know.
But yes, I do have.
Tell me about this one that's where you're in the ocean with these boats.
Oh, okay.
That's really special.
Yeah, you know, I'm Puerto Rican, and we spent our time on the lake or close to.
Yeah.
Fishing. Every Friday night we'd have a fish fry. I got to scale the fish. See, my mom was the oldest of 21 kids.
Wow,
So
21
lots of
kids.
Scaling, you know.
I bet.
But yeah, kind of a trip back, you know, home, and then, yeah, I can't remember. This is Monterey. I lived in Monterey. I went to school in Monterey.
Oh, well, that's close to Santa Cruz where we were.
Yes, I loved Santa Cruz.
Oh my God, me too.
What was that place? The Coconut Grove or something?
Yeah, there's so many wonderful places.
Right behind the boardwalk, there was a place, yeah.
Right.
And that's where the strawberry chocolate alarm band.
Oh, yeah, I remember them.
That's where
They
they
would
played.
play.
I got to see them way back in 1960s.
Wow, how far out.
Got to go to a lot of those gigs, early gigs where, you know, the cost was like $1.50 to see, you know, two bands or stuff like that.
The good old days.
Yeah, I have posters from San Francisco.
Do you?
Yeah, I would have to dig them out from over there. Yeah. And,
Right on.
well, I got one of my kites back there, but I used to make kites too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, do you have a kite?
I sold nearly every one of them.
One left?
I think so. No, I have two left because I've got one here. It's a box
Okay.
kite.
All right, that's it. Your kites.
Yeah, let me see if I can even pull that guy out there. But that's
Nice.
yeah, I sold most of the kites. Yeah, there it is.
There you go.
She's broken out. Yeah, here it is. I started making kites when I was
Mm-hmm.
So this one's not too broken.
That's a beautiful kite.
But they were all, I mean, this is so old. Look at it. It's like really dirty right now.
Well, does it work, you think?
Yeah, it works.
Wow.
But the one that really works better than this one actually is my box kite. It goes up 15.
And that's one there?
Yeah, it'll go up 1,500 feet.
Wow.
So,
That is so cool.
Here's another old painting of mine, but it's just a picture. It's one of the paintings I'm waiting for.
Oh,
to
I see.
Be sent back.
Yeah. I hope that happens for you. I'm going to pray for you for that to happen too.
This up
You know,
here
And
is
I'm
a-
holding the space that it is coming back to you, or something even greater.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah.
You know, it just gets to a point I just can't hassle it. You know.
Yeah, your life is worth so much more
Well, it's
than the
just
stress of things.
time consuming and it eats your guts up. You know.
Yeah.
Please send me back my painting.
Yeah.
Please send
Well,
me
you know,
money you owe me.
we could always show up with a camera.
Pardon?
We could always show up with a camera.
You know, I just am not like that. I
No.
don't like to do that to people.
No, I mean, you could say that some people are interested in them. So you
Oh,
wanted
no,
to just
no,
come go
I-
videotape it to do it. And then, no?
No, I've done the little stories like, how can I sell them if you had them all this time and you didn't tell me and you took them.
Yeah. So this person has definitely done it behind your back, kind of, you know? So,
I know, I did not know.
yeah. So this is a thing. Like, we could do it in a real innocent way. And just say, I have somebody who wants to buy them. They just want to come and videotape it and stuff. And
You
then,
think I haven't thought of that before? I have.
well, and you don't want to do that?
Yeah, well, no.
Well, anyways, it's your situation. I don't mean to tell you what to do with
the other
it.
party keeps saying that it'll be back.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be back
Well,
in August, but they've been gone for 15 years.
yeah, no, this is
So to
something.
the point where
Yeah, it could be that they're ruined and they don't want to tell you.
I was actually
knows?
surprised to find out
That they had them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
So now that it's discovered that they have them,
well,
how
they
you gonna
owed
deal with
me,
that?
Like, you see the ironwork that this top is on.
yeah,
Over there, I had all these tables.
right.
They took them, and
Okay.
and so they paid me for the tables. You know, they were kind of like this table over here. They were a collage of pieces. That
I
had.
see.
But yeah, you see this table's just covered up. You can't even see the top anymore because
Right.
of all and so some of them have been destroyed. I've gotten pieces back on some of them. But part of what happened is kind of my fault. I move on.
Right.
I move on.
That's a good thing. It's a good thing to move on. I'm just saying.
Yes.
You know,
Oh,
my heart goes out to you.
I called them a couple of days ago and they didn't answer.
Yeah.
They know what it's about.
Right.
But, 'cause,
Yeah. Anyways, I want to do a blessing for your beautiful paintings, your collage here that you've made, this assemblage that is assemblage. It is just a stunning example and relic to your ongoing creative life. And yes, and I see that.
On to the past and into the future.
Yeah.
Hopefully, when I pass, my friends will come and pick up pieces that they want.
That's a great way to do this.
That's
Yeah.
and drink all my liquor.
Okay.
And
I wanted Aaliyah to meet you just so.
Oh,
I mean,
blessings.
met you, but to see this.
Yes.
okay, well,
It's
So
an artist.
beautiful.
It's
It's,
an
I'm
really
honored.
nice
I'm
of you,
honored.
actually.
Yeah.
And,
It's
I
honored.
mean,
This is beautiful.
I should have shaved.
Oh no, you look
No.
beautiful. You look absolutely beautiful, and this is
like
amazing.
an artist. What do you call it? When a sanctuary, but
Yeah.
when you make little things, what do you call that?
Oh, an installation.
No, just a sacred thing where you offer
I make altars. I don't know.
altars. That's what
Yeah.
Altars. This
Oh.
is an altar.
This is an altar.
Assemblage altar. That
Yes.
is two right there. It's and the kids love this place.
Oh yeah.
Mommies, especially little kids.
Yeah, I love it. First I
And they always remember. If I put it back, they go right to it. They know, and they, you know, have it in their hands and stuff like that. They go for the marbles. Where are the marbles? Right here. The marbles, the rocks, the little
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouses. I'm glad I got them. I just, you know, and then the robots, of course. I buy every robot except unless they're real big, because I'm trying to trim down on things.
Oh
you know.
yeah.
But
So you're gonna get a Tesla robot when they have them available?
oh what? No, I don't think
No, he
so.
has robots for art. Not
For art. You like the old ideas of them that was evolving?
Well, of course. I mean, starting back in the 50s, and the idea of a robot, and you know, Buck Rogers, Flash Gordon.
Yeah.
Oh, I have Flash Gordon original here. Let me show you something.
What's that?
This thing, I think, came out in the 30s, but
Okay.
it's all illustrations, you see.
Oh wow. Look at that.
Yeah. Sometime you guys can come over and really get a look at it. But yeah, it's all, this is Flash Gordon original.
Wow.
Flash Gordon. Solid block of ice blocked the entrance.
Wow. Look at that. A collector's item for sure.
And yeah, you know, some things manage to hang in there with you, and you manage to hang on to them. And then there's always those things that, you know, you kind of forget about. You left behind the door.
Right.
You know, you left somewhere somehow.
Or gave them to people who needed
do
it.
that,
No, I bet
yeah.
you do.
Yeah,
It seems like this is an evolving, ongoing body of work that you've
Well,
been,
I
you know,
think so.
continuing.
One time I was just making masks, you know, and of course this was like in the 80s and 90s. That's why they look so old.
Right.
And then of course I worked leather, so I had to make a couple of masks, and whenever I wore them, people acted weird.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's what I want.
Right.
So yeah, and you know, my
So tell me about this picture here. Who these people?
two very dear people. That is Walt and Champ, and they were part of a band called, I forget now, but Walt and Champ. They were very. The son is named Warren Hood.
Okay.
Champ Hood and Walt Hyatt right there. They came out from the Carolinas. They moved here in the 70s, and they were just amazing songwriters and musicians and players. And
Wow.
oh, we miss them. And I used to have them at my cafe. That's why I love them so much.
You had a cafe?
Yes, ma'am. I sure did.
What was the name of your cafe?
It was called the Midget Cafe in Taylor, Texas.
In Taylor, Texas. Okay,
Yeah,
the Midget Cafe.
Yeah, check this out. Here
Huh.
it is.
Okay.
I have other pictures, but this is that was the Midget Cafe. See posters
That is,
on the
yeah. Oh my gosh, how wonderful. This is a lifelong dream that you had to do that, right? And what was the role that you played in your cafe?
I was the chef.
You were
I
the
was
chef.
general everything, including
Yeah.
you know, if the dishwasher left a bucket of dishes under
Right.
it, you know, I'd have to pull them out and wash them myself. But I trained the staff, front and back.
Mm-hmm.
I did all the cooking, all the prep, except for the girls helped me, the little Mexican ladies that were amazing. They always are.
So you
And
had.
a few people that I trained, nobody,
Mm-hmm.
everybody wants to be the boss, you know. But
Aw.
the boss, man, I mean, I had to do a lot
When
of
you're
work.
paying the bills, you're the boss.
Yes, well, me and my ex were paying the bills.
Oh, that sounds like a long story.
And there was a long story behind that. Because
Yeah.
I'm the guy that got the attention because I'm the guy that knew everybody. I
Right.
brought the musicians. I brought the
You made it a
artists.
scene.
Yes, ma'am. I made it a scene, and it wasn't about me. It was about
Yeah.
something to do for these folks in Taylor, Texas, who didn't quite have the kind of scene that I brought to it. And I did it for a few years, and then we ran a bed and breakfast
Yeah.
out of that house over there, the big gray house.
Which one there?
Right here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That was where you ran a bed and breakfast?
Yes, ma'am.
In San Francisco?
No, in Taylor, Texas.
Oh, in Taylor, Texas. That's right. It looks like it's from San Francisco, though,
Well,
doesn't it?
the
It's got
guy-
that feel.
The guy was Jack Joseph Mulaski, born in the Ukraine in 1851, came over here in 1871, 72.
Uh-huh.
And like a lot of them, he was a peddler. His uncle was here in Austin and sent him on the peddling route from here, Manor, New Sweden, and Taylor, and any places in between, farmhouses, and he peddled cooking gear. He had materials and all that, different black purple cloth. And before too long, he set up a place in Taylor. Jack Joseph Mulaski, his kids went to UT in 1914, I believe.
Wow. That was a while ago, right?
Yeah, and he, before too long, had a mill or some kind of cotton gin. That's what it was, cotton gin.
Uh-huh.
And with a lawyer or attorney in Taylor. And he had the first drugstore there. So, wow, he really
Yeah.
made a difference. And
Definitely.
we ended up with this house, 100 years, it was 1983, May,
Wow.
that we moved in. That house was a freaking mess.
Oh.
And so we fixed it all up, and all that. And, it's been quite a bit. And, after I wasn't doing the restaurant, I didn't like it. I didn't like waiting for customers at the bed and breakfast, and we eventually ended up moving
Yeah.
away from each other. I took a job in town, doing
That's hard.
Well, I was working for Manuel's, and I learned a lot from Manuel's, a lot about the interior Mexican food.
So it sounds to me like you have a real talent for cooking. And that was really something you really wanted to do.
Cook in order to stay alive, because I, you know.
You're always good at it.
Well, yeah, I tried everything for a while. I was in stained glass. I sold all the stained glass. I don't even have one little piece.
But you have photos, I'm sure.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, it's good to get your digital stuff together. That's
and so.
as a goal.
Yeah.
Get those.
I did. It's amazing. I'm gonna get them again. They're so amazing here. Anyways, I just love to see what you have to say for each painting as I'm on it, okay?
Oh, well.
So what do you have to say about this one?
It's just part of my Indian series. I did jewelry for a long time and was really interested in it, you know. During the turquoise hippie era.
The turquoise hippie era. Ah, I remember.
Yeah, so I did jewelry, and I learned a lot about the stones, everything from agates to emeralds and diamonds and stuff. And but you know, after that, this is how I expressed it.
Yeah.
And then in leather work, which is kind of all, it's all kind of Indian-like.
Yeah. That's good, because it is from that culture. Do you feel like it's a past life thing with you, the culture of the native
for
tribes?
Sure.
Yeah, I feel that vibe with you
It's
too.
a combination of things, you know.
You feel you look like you could be, but I think that you know.
I am. I'm
Yeah.
Puerto Rican.
Yeah, that's a certain
I'm Tico,
Yeah.
you know, and they were original Indians there before Columbus came.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Beautiful.
And so we were part of the Great Migration after the Great Ice Age, and by the time Columbus got here, we were all the way down to the tip of South America and onto the islands and so on. And we, according to what I've read, the Ticos, you know, after being there for a while, I think what it says is that we went from the Amazon to Puerto Rico. We were there 1,500 years before Columbus showed up with his crew of rowdies and murderers and thieves
And the rainforest needs to be protected.
Preaching bullshit.
Yeah.
See, it makes me mad.
I know, but the thing is that it's none of that was good, and it was all based on so many lies that we were told. But the truth of the matter is that now, all of the shaman, all of the native tribes people, all of the indigenous people are being respected by the people mostly who are wise enough to get it. You know, and there's a lot more. So in that way, you won. You know what I mean? They won. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I know I'm Jewish. I got a background. I know. I understand. It's not worth it that everybody died and was harmed and all that stuff. However,
it's like, when will it stop?
Yeah, that's it.
The big question.
That is.
Say that we won. No, I don't think there's ever any winning after
No, the
that.
winning is humanity. Humanity won.
Here's what we got left with that says all that really happened and how gross and unreasonable it was.
Yeah.
Is that, I would say we're the abandoned children. And that what we got left with was their last names, like Sanchez and Garcia. And that it wasn't just Spaniards who came on those ships. It was everybody.
Yeah.
Including Jewish people.
Oh, I know.
And Franciscans.
Look, I'm not like supporting anyone. I'm for Team Humanity.
But it was going to happen.
Yeah.
I think
that's how it
when you
happened.
think of it, they were really rude and crude. But what happened is the bullet won. The bullet ended what I consider the last Stone Age people. Because we were still firing arrows and
Yeah.
cutting stuff with stone, and that kind of ended it. You know, one bullet, one shot, or a few shots from very few people
Yeah.
during that whole Montezuma raid.
Right.
And they were freaked out. They really did think that these were the promised people. And
That's so sad. I know.
Right from the get-go, they started raping our people.
Yeah. It's
Our
horrible.
women, our children.
It's terrible. It's really
So
horrible.
they never said they were sorry.
No,
And
I
then
know.
they packed us into camps like, you know who,
Yeah.
like
I
they
know.
did with Jewish folk.
I know. The
It's
reservations
also-
are just
it's
in the
also-
form.
But you know, the idea that they could call themselves Christians and come over
Yeah.
here and do that to people.
You know, and Christ would totally be
It's like,
like, are
look,
you kidding me?
and
Are you
think
kidding
that-
me? In
and
my
then
name? Are you
they don't
kidding
ever
me?
Say they're sorry, and you think that it should be forgotten. On top of not just forgotten, but we're supposed to automatically forgive them.
No, it's not about that. It's about the next generation and healing humanity.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. No, you're right to get it out. You feel that way.
So
It's
that's where
honest.
all this-
It's honest, and that's where these
absolutely.
paintings came from. Thank you.
Every bit of it.
Yeah.
Even the rock and roll comes from that.
Yeah.
You feel it?
Uh-huh.
And I used to kind of paint myself into some of these things. That's really, you know.
I think it's beautiful work, and you know, as far as you know what you're saying, I totally agree that it's not been, you know,
How
fair.
can they-
But the thing is you know,
That's
in the end, it is
Well,
humanity, team humanity, that has to rise up and say, you know what, we're not doing the fighting thing anymore.
Well, the Indians wore their white man's clothes. They
Yeah.
did everything, and they were still not.
No, I know.
And
It's-
so where's that? You
Well,
know,
the only
that's
justice is you can
not-
do casinos where nobody else can. That's the only justice, is you can do casinos where nobody else can. It's crazy that would be the loophole, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, what I want to do is honor your artwork and your message and your assemblage and everything in your life that you have done. And I'm seeing that there's a way that you can contribute through just, you know, being who you are and continuing to be the artist that you are. You'll continue to create.
Well, I guess, I mean, I'm trying to work myself into what is going to be next, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe what we've talked about will have stir some, you know, things to think about. And then when you start working on it, we can do another video on that. When you feeling more certain, like it's coming to you.
yeah.
I would be
I'm
honored,
no
yeah.
Picasso, that's for sure.
No, but I can see that you have devoted your life to this, and you're really
Well,
good.
I feel like
you
I
know?
had no choice to tell you the truth.
Yeah, it kept you going. I mean, the buffalo's here. Yeah,
Picasso's no you either.
yeah. By the way, Picasso,
Represent, you know, it's a different.
you're
thing.
you.
Yeah.
We're wanting Rafael. We're here.
Everything, like even that painting right there,
Uh-huh.
I'm not finished with it.
Uh-huh.
But it was all about, remember that commercial where the Indian comes back and he's standing there
Oh,
watching the land.
Yeah, and he has a tear. He sheds a tear. I remember that commercial.
Kind of that. The Indian
Yeah.
coming back to where, you know, I found many arrowheads.
Right. Wow.
Fish that lake
Yeah.
and stuff, and he's like, wow, the river is gone. There's a lake here. There's a dam over here. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Liz.
Thank you. Okay.
What?
Well, thank you for your time and your energy and your devotion to your art and to all that you are. I really appreciate you and thank you for letting me put it on some video. Blessings.
Little one. More of a rabbit to a bird point, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you for showing me that. That's really cool.
You just gotta,
Yeah.
wherever you can.
I grew up in Arizona, and my father used to take us camping, and we'd go looking for arrowheads and pottery because we were in Arizona and it was still around.
And
Yeah, there you go.
this is a really
Wow.
nice scraper.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, and the hides or something like that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
Okay.
mini scrapers and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
all these
Yeah.
treasures.
Yeah.
Cool.
I can't. That's Sheba's head there. Velvet Underground Ball, immediately right next to it. Discover Changes.
Rafael, I don't know if you remember, but we had a show. I told you about it. We had a public access show called Tripping and Awesome.
No.
Yeah, we did. We did. But it was about 1995 to 2000, something like that.
I know
Some years ago.
It was 1994 to 1996,
I know
and then I got
exactly
pregnant.
why. I was working. I was working
We
every.
were on public access. We were
Yeah.
channel, what, 16 or 16?
Uh-huh.
I was working every single night.
But we were on Monday night.
Oh no,
We specifically did that so the musicians, almost most of the musicians were not playing Monday night.
Okay.
So we had it on, and so many people would turn it on and see themselves. So that was really fun. It was not that generation.
It was a service to the community, of musicians, you know. It helped people to get further.
Here's a
Yeah.
really ancient piece.
Oh,
I
wow.
didn't do that, but a guy I knew, he got it from his grandfather, great grandfather named Geronimo. And
Wow, you end up with Geronimo.
yes, he told me it was a solar calendar. So, you know, or, you know, like,
A month.
yeah, well, yeah, something like that, like 12 months and 12, you know,
12 moons.
yeah. So there you go.
There you go.
It's ancient.
Ancient, yeah.
I rarely ever, and it's like really not great silver. They didn't have a lot. They made it out of what they could as far as the actual thing. But that's why it's oxidized so hard. Whereas these are actually different. They're not silver. They're
Right.
platinum. But I don't tell everybody.
Oh, platinum's better before you
It
cook
never tarnishes.
It never tarnishes. Nice.
That's why they
Awesome.
call it a platinum record.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Here's some other things.
Okay.
I made.
Nice.
I've been wearing these lately again.
Yeah, that's good.
And they're like,
Beautiful.
wait, one at a time. There we go.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yes, not too heavy. They're
Yeah.
heavy, but they're not too heavy.
Right. Exactly.
So yeah.
Beautiful.
All right, we're
Okay,
gonna do that
Raphael.
here.
Blessings to all your creativity.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay. Take care.
All right.
Peace.
You too.